Most people spend years studying English and never become fluent. But one simple thing changed everything.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. This is Fluent English Podcast, where we have real, everyday conversations so you can learn English just by listening.
Today's episode is personal. We're both learning second languages right now, so we know exactly how hard it feels.
And we found something that actually works. Stay with us.
Okay, Emma, so real talk. I've been studying French for almost 2 years now.
2 years? That is a long time.
Right? 2 years. And I study grammar, I do vocabulary flashcards, I even take classes online. But when a native speaker talks to me fast, I just freeze.
I know that feeling so well. I am learning Spanish right now, and my teacher says my grammar is good, my pronunciation is okay, but real conversations, I panic.
Exactly. It is like your brain just stops working.
It is so frustrating. You put in all this work, and then you feel like you made zero progress.
So what is the problem? Why does this happen to so many learners?
I think the problem is this. Most people study a language, but they never actually use it.
Oh, that is such a good point. There is a big difference between studying and using.
Huge difference.
So let's talk about this. When you study, what do you usually do?
Well, I open my textbook, I read grammar rules, I memorize new words, I do exercises at the end of the chapter.
Okay, same for me. Flashcard apps, grammar videos, vocabulary lists.
And all of that is useful, right? We are not saying studying is bad.
No, studying is important, but here's the thing. You can know every grammar rule and still not be able to have a simple conversation.
Because conversation is a skill, and you only get better at a skill by doing it.
Yes, it is like learning to swim. You can read every book about swimming, you can watch videos, but you only learn to swim when you get in the water.
That is a perfect example. Language is the same way.
So the one thing that changed everything for people who become fluent, it is this. They listened a lot, every single day.
Wait, just listening?
Just listening, but not passive listening, not having English on in the background while you scroll your phone.
Okay, so what kind of listening?
Active listening. You find content in English that you enjoy, something just a little bit above your level, and you listen carefully. You pay attention to how sentences sound, how words connect, how people respond to each other naturally.
So it is not about memorizing, it is about absorbing.
Exactly. You absorb the language, and slowly your brain starts to build patterns. It starts to recognize how English actually sounds in real life.
That is interesting, because that is exactly how we learned our first language as babies.
Right. Babies do not study grammar. They listen for months, sometimes years, before they even say one word. And then suddenly, it clicks.
And I think that is what people who become fluent fast have in common. They find a way to be surrounded by the language every day.
Podcasts, TV shows, YouTube videos, conversations with native speakers. Whatever it is, they make it a daily habit.
And they do not worry about understanding every single word. They get comfortable with not knowing everything.
That is such an important point. A lot of learners stop listening when they hear a word they don't know.
And then they lose the whole conversation.
Right. Fluent listeners keep going. They use context. They guess the meaning from what they already understand.
That's actually a real language skill. It's called using context clues.
And the more you practice listening, the better you get at using those context clues.
So basically, listening daily builds fluency faster than any grammar book.
Okay, so let me share something. I have a friend. His name is Marco. He moved to the United States from Brazil 3 years ago.
Oh, I remember you talking about him.
Yes. When he arrived, his English was basic, very basic. He could say simple things, but real conversations were hard.
What did he do?
He told me that every single day he listened to English podcasts. On the bus, while cooking, while walking, he listened for at least 1 hour every day.
Every day?
Every day. He did not stop to look up every word, he just kept listening.
And what happened?
After about 6 months, he said something changed. He started to understand without thinking. The words stopped sounding like noise and started sounding like meaning.
Oh, that is beautiful. That moment when it just clicks.
And now, honestly, you would never guess English is his second language. He sounds natural, he sounds confident.
And he did not do anything magical. He just listened every day.
Every single day.
That is the secret. It is not one big technique. It is one small habit repeated every day.
Consistency beats intensity.
Say that again.
Consistency beats intensity. It is better to listen for 30 minutes every day than to listen for 5 hours one day a week.
I love that. Write that down, everyone.
Okay, let's wrap this up. So today, we talked about why so many people study English for years but still struggle to become fluent.
The problem is not effort. Most learners work really hard. The problem is the type of practice.
Studying grammar and vocabulary is useful, but it is not enough. You need to use the language.
And the single most powerful thing you can do, especially as a beginner or intermediate learner, is listen actively every day.
Find content you enjoy. Podcasts, shows, conversations. Something just a little bit above your level, and listen without stopping every 2 seconds.
Get comfortable with not understanding everything. Trust the process.
Your brain is learning even when you do not realize it. Those patterns are building up inside.
And one day, just like Marco, something will click and you will realize you understand naturally without translating in your head.
That is fluency, and you can get there.
We believe in you.
We really do.
Subscribe so you never miss an episode, and keep listening every day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.